worst experience of my life. I'm sore as hell all the time. I'm sad. I'm getting fat as my nose big as hell. Hair growing in the middle of my titties. I never even had hair right there.
Where you at, Berto?
Moms are regretting their children and it's getting dark. How you gonna regret your children? I kind of said this in the last video, bruh. People are out here having kids because they think it's gonna be cute to post on Instagram. Imagine literally bringing a human being in this world solely for the purpose to flex it on the gram. Like, this generation is low-key cooked, bro. Motherfuckers are having babies for aesthetic, not for the fact that they want to bring a human being and raise them the right way, teach them morals and values. Like, no, I just want a cute picture to post. Hopefully it'll get a couple thousand likes or some shit, bro. Let's get right to the video and see what's going on, man. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. Where you at, family? Join the Twitch stream so you never miss a live stream reaction. That's Where You At Berto. Join the Where You At family. Let's do the damn thing.
Hates being a mom.
I don't enjoy being a mother. I take a shower, I gotta give him a shower. I buy me a shoe, I gotta buy him a shoe. I get ready in the morning, gotta get him ready in the morning. Gotta drop him off at school before I go to work. Gotta feed him, clothe him, bathe him.
You got 3 kids at 24 years old. You're getting ready to struggle. You're getting ready to cry.
Hey, it's me. This is not peaches and rainbows. This is hard. I would not wish this life on my worst enemy.
Listen to me when I say this. Do not have kids. I be wanting to give up everything.
There was a point in time where every girl knew what came after school, after the wedding, and after everyone decided she was woman enough. Well, of course, it was a baby.
Women were marrying extremely young. The marriage age range for women was from around age 21 to age 24. And if you weren't married or engaged or even had an eligible suitor by age 25, some would even consider you an old maid. The goal for a lot of these women were to meet a well-to-do man, have children, and have a beautiful home.
When it came to a woman, it was normal for her to only be seen as a woman by her male-attracting and childbearing abilities.
So in the earlier colonial period, Anglo-Americans tended to think about women as being primarily defined by their relationships with their husbands. Obviously, childbearing was one of these marital relationships, but parental authority was generally understood to be in the hands of the fathers. So mothers were seen as important predominantly because of their ability to reproduce.
The goal was to settle down and prioritize everything in life that wasn't you.
Experts like noted pediatrician and author Dr. Benjamin Spock and popular advice columnist Ann Landers encouraged this homemaker image, advising women to put their children and husbands first, even at the expense of their own needs.
And while this ideology may sound intense and borderline controlling, back in those days, having a child was the one step in life everyone was supposed to take.
In the creation of the family,
I mean, at the end of the day, bro, I am never gonna get out my body and tell anybody how they're supposed to live your life. It's your world. If you don't feel like you want kids, hey man, it is what it is. But if that's the case, just stand on that. You know, take the precautions that are needed to keep it that way. If you don't want kids, then don't have kids. Wear protection, practice celibacy, do whatever the fuck you gotta do to ensure that don't happen. You know what I'm saying? But that aside, what are we doing? What are we doing? If you don't plan on reproducing and having a family, okay, you wanna make a lot of money just to have a lot of money? You don't wanna like spread your legacy? You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, we was put on this earth to one day, hopefully, find a partner, lock down, have kids, start a family, and pour everything, all the lessons, all the values that you've learned in this life into your children, bro. So they can grow up and, you know, do better than you and continue to keep your last name going. Again, man, I'm not gonna sit here and by any means try to tell anybody how they supposed to live your life. Live your life how you want to live your life. But when we start talking about kids, though, they didn't ask to be here. Anytime a kid is born, it's literally because of two people either being intentional about the situation or two people not doing their due diligence, being more careful, and it ends up being an accident. That child didn't ask to be here. So if the child gets to the point where it's born and it's in this world, it's existing, it's living, it's breathing, and you know what I'm saying, it's how can you as a person, you know, with a good heart, not pour everything that you have into making sure that little nigga turns out, you know, straight. I've always said this, bro. I don't care what happens. I don't care what challenges ever lie ahead. Like, the day I have a kid, like, I'm not living for me anymore, bro. It's not about me. It's about It's about my little son or my little daughter, whichever it gonna be. I'm putting everything into them. Everything. Berto sound like you gonna be a good dad. Bro, it's not even a question. I'ma die about that shit. You know, and there's no rules to this parenting shit. I ain't got no kids, but all I know is the day I have a child, I'm putting everything. It just really saddens me with this type of topic, bro, because I just don't see how people can bring somebody into this world and then act like it's just an accessory or it's not a big deal. It's like, bro, that child is innocent. It's literally looking up to us for guidance. You know what I'm saying?
Man and woman fulfill those laws of nature whereby the human race ensures its continuity.
But today, we're uncovering how that one step, the step that pretty much defined womanhood, is now the very thing women are running away from.
The latest data from the CDC reveals the number of births last year dropped by 2%, with the general fertility rate also down 3%, a historic low.
Now, this video isn't going to be made up of me bashing women who prefer to be child-free. I'm also not encouraging y'all to go lay down and have some kids. You'll see why I'm so passionate about that later on. We're going to uncover this huge shift in motherhood that, trust me, gets a lot darker the deeper we go. Welcome to the Girl Talk You Didn't Know You Needed. Now, I'm not saying you have to subscribe, sure, but thank you for being here. But schools would teach home economic classes that would teach you about adulthood, but most importantly, motherhood.
Well, since you teach home ec, Miss Jenkins, could you tell me what I could learn in home ec that I can't learn at home?
Now, let's take a look at some of the courses you could take and see what might help you. Courses in child development help to prepare you for the task of guiding the child's physical, mental, and emotional development. Does that help answer your question, Janice?
Oh, I should say it does. Why, if anyone is going to be married and be a homemaker, it'd be foolish not to take home ec.
I may be the last generation that has experienced a home ec class. I vividly remember bringing those like toy baby dolls home that would wake me up at 3 a.m. in the morning. I also learned how to cook an egg in a plastic bag, but that's beyond the point. Even schools implanted.
I don't remember doing anything like that. Or was that like a woman exclusive class? I don't remember anything like that.
The idea that young women, even before they graduate, should learn how to be a mother.
So I just scanned the bracelet and she wanted a bottle, so I'm feeding her. Feedings can take 25 minutes, unfortunately.
Well, I feel that the Real Care Baby system is good because it prepares you for the experience as a parent. It lets you know that you're not ready.
And
maybe this is more of a woman exclusive thing. I don't remember anything like this in high school.
You could look at it two ways. You could either see it as a smart, beneficial way to teach not only girls, but boys how to raise children. Teen pregnancy was peak around this time, so if they were creating the babies, might as well teach them how to raise them too.
Now to a disturbing story out of Gloucester, Massachusetts. There's been a dramatic increase in teenage pregnancies there, and authorities think they know why. Some say the high school girls planned it as part of a secret pact.
Or you could see it as a toxic societal way to push motherhood on young girls when they probably shouldn't have even been thinking about it, but maybe that's a bit too deep. I don't know.
What do you think of when you hear the words home economics? Do you imagine a high school class contributing to the continued oppression and subjugation of women? Or do you...
I don't think I agree with the thought process of not introducing it. I mean, I definitely can see the controversy of how that potentially could influence a teenage girl to want to maybe jump into that probably prematurely. But I also think that the opposite of just complete negligence and not, offering that information and the pros and cons, I also don't think that's the answer. That's kind of like saying that kids shouldn't get taught sex ed in school. Like, that stuff is important. Knowledge is power. If you know how serious, STDs or pregnancy, if you know that stuff, it's going to put that little radar on your brain as a young nigga to probably, maybe I should move a little bit more cautiously. Did y'all grow up with the DARE program? You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't remember what the acronym meant exactly, but, it talked about drug abuse. And, I don't think they're doing shit like that anymore. But again, obviously, a bunch of people went through that program and still ended up using drugs. But You can't say they didn't know any better. You know what I mean? Like, when I was in school, I was actually, at a certain point, I was scared shitless of drugs because it's like, oh shit, people out here dying. You seeing the commercials of motherfuckers not being able to fucking talk. They're talking like a goddamn robot because they was smoking cigarettes and shit. I watched that. I'm never smoking a cigarette ever in life. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I get that early exposure could potentially influence, but I'm always gonna side with knowledge is power.
Think of an innovative concept designed to help free women and allow for more equitable time and opportunities.
Moral of the story, home ec taught many people skills that you had no choice but to learn, including money management. And with home ec not even being taught in schools anymore, I depend on Rocket Money, the sponsor of today's video. Since I've moved into a new space,
get your money, but we gonna skip this for sure. But you don't skip my brand deals. If I find out you skipping my brand deals, I might just show up and beat you up at your crib.
Where you at, Berto?
Yo, real quick, before we get back into the video, I know you guys usually skip these type of ads, but give me 1 second. My guys over at Free Cash are sponsoring this video, and if you like money, I think you'd like to stick around. Free Cash is an application where you can earn free money just for playing games. It is 100% free to sign up using the QR code on the screen or the link in my description. Only thing that you're gonna need is an email or a password. And the games on this platform are actually fun, and all you have to do is complete basic missions and very simple tasks to reach the requirements to actually get paid. And as soon as you do that, they credit your account right away with real money that you can use in the real world. I'm talking about gift cards, PayPal, however you need to get your funds, they got it. And something that I've been seeing a little bit y'all talking about is like,
oh, they're collecting my data.
Listen, they only track your progress so they know when to pay you. And let me break down exactly why they're paying you free cash in the first place. The games that are on these platforms are trying to get exposure. So the games pay free cash to pay you guys to play the games. If you really think about it, it's just business. It's a win-win situation. These games get more people onto their platform playing their games, and you get a little bit of extra chicken in your pockets. And I've had so many of you guys reach out to me already saying that you've made $5 to $10 just playing games that you would be playing for free anyway. And I know $5 to $10 isn't like life-changing money, but it's free money to play games on your phone. And the crazy part is, I've actually had people tell me that they've had crazy payouts like $500, one even $1,000. I'm not saying to quit your day job, but the fact that that's even possible, I mean, bro, it's free. So if you ask me, there's really nothing to lose, just everything to gain, honestly, if you like playing games on your free time. So click the link in my description or try the QR code on my screen to sign up for free, and you'll even get a $5 bonus using my stuff. I love y'all. Where you at, family? Let's get right back into the video.
Where you at, Berto?
so did women culturally. And while having children was still on a lot of women's to-do list, it started leaving a lot of them with this unfulfilled feeling inside.
And with a new baby, that was all exciting too. But once we got into a routine, looking after baby and everything, life became very lonely. And all I was doing was looking after the baby all day and not talking to a soul until my husband came home in the evening. And I felt very isolated.
Now, around this time, women weren't just openly regretting their children, okay? We'll get to that later. But a lot of mothers started feeling feelings that a lot of other mothers were too scared to say out loud.
I've been wanting to get sterilized for a while now. I've been asking since I was 19. And she said to me, oh, so why?
She wants to get sterilized?
Why is it that you don't want to have them? And I said, oh, I feel like I've always known. I've never wanted to be a mother. She said, oh, well, that's not a good reason.
Then to top it off.
That's probably a controversial topic, but do y'all think women should be able to get sterilized as early as 19? One thing that I will always say, I feel like this kind of is a universal thing, bro. Don't make permanent decisions on temporary thought process or emotions. You've got to be real careful about that. You're 19. Maybe you think you know it all or whatever, but you're going to go take away your God-given gift to be able to reproduce on this earth at 19. Like, you haven't even lived any of your life yet. Like, I'm not going to yap for too long, but like, let's literally put this in perspective. You were under your parents' care from the age of like what? I mean, since the day you were fucking born till maybe 18, right? Some like maybe some of y'all moved out at 18, and that's kind of not realistic, and not in this economy for most people, right? So you're still living with your parents. You haven't even lived life. You don't even know how to fucking pay rent. You don't know what it feels like to do jack shit. And you gonna make a life-altering 100% decision to take away your ability to create? I don't know, man. You know, I'm a guy, so maybe I should just stay in my lane and not speak on what women can and can't do. But like, I just feel like that is a bit extreme to be at 19 making that type of decision. Appreciate the follow, Michigan.
Let's be real, the world got expensive.
Unfortunately, it's not getting any better. Prices keep rising. The last time inflation was this high was 1981.
Housing prices climbed, groceries doubled, and bills were stacking up.
21
and
don't even feel like old enough,
home
honestly.
with the babies, a lot of women would rather stay late at the office. Having a baby couldn't just be an emotional decision for some families anymore. With the way the economy was looking, it became a financial one.
A new report from the Brookings Institution, it finds the cost to raise a child from birth to high school is now $300,000.
And much like inflation itself, that cost is at a 4-decade high. It's only expected to increase over the next 10 years, too.
And if that wasn't enough, social media stepped in and ripped apart whatever fantasy was left. For the first time, okay, stepping away from the 50s and the 70s. In the 21st century, we weren't just seeing cute baby pictures and getting baby fever. A lot of sleepless nights and temper tantrums were getting recorded in 4K and posted online.
Somebody help me. Oh my.
Everything has gone so wrong these past couple days. I am really trying to prevent a crash out.
Women were giving their brutal, honest reviews of pregnancy.
This is the worst experience of my life. I'm sore as hell all the time. I'm sad. I'm getting fat as my nose big as hell. I got
Why'd you just diss your nose like that so randomly?
hair growing in the middle of my titties. I never even had hair right there.
Leaving a lot of other women terrified and sitting this one out. So the tone towards motherhood shifted, and the more women shared their burnout, the more opting out seemed more reasonable.
I don't give a how cute a kid is. I don't want them. I gotta pay bills, cell phone bills, credit card bills. I gotta pay for expenses. I gotta pay for my own clothes. I gotta fend for my own life. So you think I want to bring life into this world and fend for another life?
And if people...
Again, I'm not mad at you just not being ready. Like, yeah, maybe you wait till you get yourself situated, till you know, in a better financial situation before you have kids. But like, to just say you don't want it at all, I mean, to each his own, bro. To each his own.
People are gonna opt out of not having a baby. They're gonna do it very loud and proud. Now, we're at this point of two extremes. The people who dream of having kids and the ones who treat them like the plague.
You cannot look at this and tell me that you don't have baby fever.
I absolutely can, so please get it away from me.
Ew, do anybody else feel like this? Like, I'm a mom, but like, I hate kids. Like, I can deal with my baby, but like, other people's kids, I can't stand them. Get that bastard away from me. I saw him walking.
Oh my God. People make these videos and it never crosses their mind that one day their child's gonna grow up and they're gonna see these videos. Your child's gonna grow up and see you looking in the camera and say, I hate my child. It's a nuisance. Damn, mom. Hey, mom, what is... Oh, I was just... Now your son or daughter hating on you because it's like you was dead ass telling all his business and talking about how it was a terrible thing and not even treating it like, whoa, damn, mom.
I'm talking right now. You gotta go to your daddy house, boo.
If I'm saying your kid's cute, like, I'm lying to you. Sorry. I do not like children. I don't. To be fair, I don't have a child, but I imagine when I do have my own child, I will like the child. But I just don't like kids.
Now, in the midst of all these anti-children social media posts, it's creating this brewing war of women who love kids and the ones who hate them.
When you think you'll have kids?
I'm not having kids.
What you mean you're not having kids?
I'm not having kids.
That's what you was born here to do.
No, I'm not.
Why would you not want to have kids?
Why would I?
I'm asking you.
I want to have kids. I don't see any benefit.
For giving somebody life?
You have a kid and your life becomes about the kid. I want my life to be about me.
Wow. That's actually very sad to hear a woman say that, man. Again, I literally just got done yapping and venting about like the day I have a kid, like I can't wait to give my life up to pour everything that I know, the lessons, everything into that child and watch him grow. And here's a woman just standing on it like, yeah, no, I don't want to live for that. Like, I only care about me. I only care about me. Again, if that's what it is, live your life. Live your life. You know, you and not having kids not gonna affect the rest of us. That's just you. You know what I mean? You know, but at least do all the precautions to make sure that a child isn't brought into this world unwanted. You know what I'm saying? That's all I ask.
Oh, you selfish.
That's okay.
Why is it such a crime that I don't want children and I do not like children? Whenever I mention online anywhere that I don't like children, I don't want children, I want nothing to do with them, I don't want to be in the same room as a child.
Again, selfish. But live your life, man. You know, again, it's not my place to tell people what they can and can't do. And that, unfortunately, I will stand on. You know what I'm saying? It's not my place. I'm just another human being on this earth. I can't tell somebody that, you know, they're a terrible person because they're living in their truth. If that's what you want to do, but it doesn't not mean you're not selfish, though. That is a fact.
Child. People act like I am threatening the entire human race.
I don't be around women who make hating kids their personality. Like, you don't like kids? You don't like babies? That's odd to me. If a kid isn't safe around you, I'm not safe around you.
Y'all see why I say there's two extremes? It's almost like you can't be in between. You either have your kids and you love them to death, or you have no kids and don't even want to think of the thought of them. And then, right in the middle of that, you have that one group of women who do have the kids, but they hate that they have to take care of them.
I only have one kid because I don't enjoy being a mother. Love my son to death. Absolutely hate the responsibility of being.
Why are you doing this? Why are you making this video? Like, this is the type of conversation, like, if you felt this way and feeling this way is crazy, but why didn't you just pull one of your close family members or one of your close friends to the side and just, have a little venting session about the, how you're struggling mentally with and, it's been hard. But why are you going to go on the internet and say these things, man? Like, again, your child's going to grow up one day. It's not just a fucking doll in a corner that is like make believe. Like, it is a life.
His mom. I take a shower, I gotta give him a shower. I buy me a shoe, I gotta buy him a shoe. I get ready in the morning, gotta get him ready in the morning. Gotta drop him off at school before I go to work. Gotta feed him, clothe him, bathe him.
I love my kids, but I absolutely do not enjoy motherhood. I am always responsible to do everything. The kids' fathers, they help when they want to help. But if it's not convenient for them, then it's left on me.
It definitely does put a bad taste in my mouth, the huge amount of women that basically come online
is sad,
and
man. Very
complain.
sad.
And I mean, they go in on the fact that they have a child and on the fact that that child needs them.
I hate being a parent. It's actually disgusting. I don't mind people saying they get tired and...
Disgusting is nasty work.
They be needing a break
God.
and stuff like that. But saying that you hate being a parent is just weird. It's weird because you didn't have to have those kids. Like,
she's defending. My bad. Okay, I take that back. Take it back. She's on our side.
I don't know. People like that, I kind of be feeling like would do something to their kids or would abandon or neglect their kids. Like, That's
I
so
misunderstood.
trifling to me. We need to stop normalizing stuff like that.
But we can't forget about the other group of mothers. I know there's more. And this is an extreme that no one really talks about. And that's the women who don't just love and chase motherhood, they chase the high that comes before it.
Reasons why I am obsessed with and want to be pregnant like 1,000 more times.
There are some women who are truly at their happiest when they are pregnant, and it's not necessarily just because, oh, I'm pregnant, this is what I'm supposed to do, this is what my body is designed for. Like, there's reasons for this.
There are women who love being pregnant so much that they've been pregnant for years, like 8 years.
Jesus, what the fuck? You goddamn cheaper by the dozen in this bitch? Oh, that list was going on a little too long. That bitch was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Whoa! God damn. Slow down, mama.
I have been pregnant for over 8 years. I have 11 kids.
Yeah.
Pregnant with number 12, but I'm telling you, I hate being pregnant. I hate being pregnant. And I know that.
You don't hate it that bad. Fucking shit. Hell no, man. You don't hate it that bad. You let it get bust.
Sounds weird, but I do.
Now, I don't want to question this woman's lifestyle choices, but to say you hate being pregnant and then you're pregnant for almost a decade, I don't know, girl. I'm just connecting the dots as I see them. You're building the puzzle. I'm just putting the pieces together. Now, this is another situation we could look at two sides of. You could see it as, oh, these women love the nature of bringing a child into this world to love and raise. Or you could see it as, oh, these women love the nature of bringing a child into this world, even if it forces the other babies to have to grow up faster than they should.
Mommy is pregnant! Because mommy is pregnant!
Hey, this little girl right here, she knows something, man. Hey, somebody go check on her. Somebody go check on her. She knows something. Something's wrong here, bruh. Why is everybody else like, wait, hold on. I actually just got very scared. Mom looks so unhinged. Daughter looks very confused. Okay. Yeah, no, I was joking, but now I'm actually kind of scared. But let me stay in my lane and not judge a potential innocent mom that ain't, is doing right by her children. I'm not trying to, play around, but mom looks a little unhinged.
They hear me. I said 12 children. You said 12 children. You guys. Yeah, mommy's pregnant. Mom, you're pregnant. No, mom, you're gonna have children. Wait, no.
You pregnant again? Why you gotta say again? Get your brother. I'm tired of getting kids. Why do you keep getting pregnant? It don't have nothing to do with you. You always asking me to hold a baby. I'm tired of holding babies. No, that's aggravating. Stop getting pregnant. You always pregnant. You don't watch no kids. Why do you keep having kids?
A lot of older siblings sometimes have to take the role of the parent, even if they don't want to. And while the mom is attending the newborns, the oldest is making lunch and attending temper tantrums all at the same time.
My little brother's trying to get me to carry him. I'm trying to make tortillas for lunch. Keep in mind, he's fed, his diaper's changed.
I really hate thinking how mean I was to my younger siblings when we were growing up. I was just so mad all the time. I had to become a third parent, right? Like many of us do. And I didn't know how to parent. Like, I didn't know. First of all, it wasn't my job, obviously. Like, I shouldn't have had to learn. I should have just been able to be a child as well.
So while the mom keeps popping out those babies because she loves being pregnant so much, the oldest one is growing up and they're filling in those gaps that the mom doesn't have time.
This is a perspective that I never even thought about. Wow, this is kind of crazy, man. This is sad, bro. This is sad. A lot to think about.
I think some moms end up with so many kids because they love the baby stage, but they don't like all the rest of it. And once that baby starts to get out of that baby stage, they start to feel unfulfilled again.
I'll say this, and I've said this before. I don't know if I've said it on stream before, but I feel like personally, at the end of the day, whatever God has in store for me, I'll accept it and put my best foot forward. But I feel like the perfect number in my brain for kids is 2. And my reasoning behind that is because I'm the oldest of 4. And if you guys don't know that, I'm the oldest of 4. And I just saw how much pressure that put on my mom. And again, like, overly blessed, best mom in the world. You know, I cannot thank her enough for all the sacrifices she's made. And, you know, I think I turned out all right, and my siblings turned out amazing as well. So there's nothing like bad I can really say, but I still saw her go through it, you know, and kids are a lot. And so I understand the perspective of a woman just being like, damn, like, I want to be able to live my life too. I want to be able to still, you know, aspire to do whatever I want as an individual, which I think is cool. I think that's cool. And obviously, the more kids you have, the more responsibility you have as a parent. So that's why I think for me in my brain, 2 kids is like a happy space. You know, they have each other to lean on, to grow up together and, you know, depend upon them. And you as the parent, ideally in a 2-parent household, or, you know, are pouring into the kids fully, but, you know, still leave some room for y'all to be able to still go be live your individual life as an adult while still parenting. Again, the apples may fall however they fall. God's in control, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, we'll always take what we get and make the best with it. But I understand how hard it can get. But that's where self-control comes in too, though. Like, if you have 1 kid, 2 kid, 3 kid, and you're starting to feel like this is, you know, it's getting a lot to manage. I feel like I don't have time for myself, and you've been parenting for a while. All right, well, maybe it's time to fucking slow down. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's time to stop having kids. Maybe it's time to, you know, move responsibly as an adult and make sure you do whatever you're supposed to do to stop popping them out. But it's like, again, bro, nobody wants to take responsibility nowadays.
And then to fill that void with another baby. It is.
But again, that's just my personal opinion. I'm not sitting here and telling y'all that people should only have 2 kids. Not by any means am I saying that's what it is.
A cycle. And
that's just my opinion.
I think we can be pretty honest here. Can't y'all see why some women want to be quote unquote selfish? Bringing a child into this world, to me, isn't something that should be done willy-nilly, or when you're not financially or mentally stable. It's a big deal. It's a huge responsibility, but it's also something that a lot of women want and enjoy. But there are a lot of people that can't fathom that.
Just because your parents didn't want you doesn't mean other people don't want theirs. Okay? I need y'all to accept that people want to be parents. They want to have kids.
I like this energy.
They want to take their kids to soccer games. They want to get up in the morning and cook breakfast for their children. Oh, well, if I had that kind of money, I'd be on vacation. I wouldn't get pregnant. That's so stupid. Do you realize that some people want to have their babies and then take their babies around the world?
So no matter what you want, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, you're gonna be judged. You'll be judged for laying down and having the children. Even if, when they're in those terrible twos and you get overwhelmed, you'll be judged for loving your kids, but hating being a mother and having to take on the responsibility of them.
The moms who say they love their kid but they hate motherhood, how didn't you know what you were signing up for?
I just feel like that's things that you keep to yourself, bro. Like, not everybody needs to hear that. I mean, I feel like you shouldn't be thinking that way, so we can start there. But again, that's just something you pull your close niche group of people and, you know, complain about the things that are bothering you about motherhood. But where's the shame and dignity? Don't go embarrass your children like that, bro.
You'll be judged for wanting multiple kids, but not being able to give all of those kids the perfect life. You'll even be judged for wanting help.
If you don't know the possibilities of your chance, the possibility and risk of your kids having Down syndrome, autism, being on the spectrum, cerebral palsy, you know, all the above, do not have kids. And then on top of that, me not having help from nobody, having no support system, nobody. He's with me 24/7.
If you have kids, nobody's obligated to help you. The only person who's obligated to help you is you and that person you had the kid with. Your family, friends, etc., they're not obligated to help you. They don't
That's true. This is true. And again, this is true.
have to. So for those people who always come on social media complaining about how I don't have a village, my families and friends, they don't help me out with my kid, they're not obligated to help you. They're not. You chose to have that baby, or you had that baby, so it is up to you to make sure that baby's well taken care of.
Generation after generation, women are told that motherhood is natural. It's not easy, but it's rewarding, and it'll make you whole, and it'll make you internally happy. But the minute a mom feels anything other than pure happiness, suddenly she's to blame.
The expectation is that women will be very happy to dedicate their entire selves to their children. Being a woman is considered to be inherently natural. It's not something that any woman should resist. It's part of women's destiny. And when they become mothers, they should happily put the needs and the requirements of their child before themselves, and they should do that without any form of frustration or perhaps upset or perhaps financial hardship or emotional hardship or any sense of resentment about the amount of labor that they are expected to do.
The truth is, motherhood and having kids looks different for everyone. So whether you choose peace or you find peace in having children, you're allowed to build the life that works for you, but also for that child. Let's not forget that. Thank you for tuning.
W video, man, very sensitive topic, a lot of perspectives. But I think what she left off with is very important, man. It doesn't look the same for everybody. It's different for everybody. And there's no, one size shoe fit all for this, But what I will say is just be intentional. And make sure you're moving with purpose, especially when it comes to kids, bro, because especially when they're growing up and, looking for guidance in this world, you brought them here. They did not ask to be here. You brought them here. So at the very least you can do is show up for that motherfucker, bro. Straight up. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. I gave y'all my thoughts throughout the video, so I'm not going to sit here and, recite everything. Y'all, whether you agree, disagree, keep it respectful in the comments, because I already know this is it's a touchy topic, but I'm very curious to hear everybody's feedback on this one. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. Join the Where You At family. I'll see you on the next one.
Where you at, Berto? I made this shit look too easy.